Hello, I'm making another response to you. This is Richard Ryder. Why can't we get to know you? Well, let's see. If a person is 30 and out of 100% of all the females that he comes across act a certain way, let's say they're ghetto or, they're condescending, they're rude, they're just not pleasant. That one black man's going to simply say, you know what? I can't deal with black women because they fall into this category. Now that would be foolish for anyone to say that because he used the word all. But here's the but. If the majority of the women he comes across in his life are a way that he does not like, why would he keep on trying? Do I find there to be a problem with black women? No. Do I believe all black women? Of course not. That would obviously be putting my ma in that category, my aunts in that category, my older cousins in that category. Get the time to know you. If people see you as a hostile person, you're going to have to sit back and make it easier for people to get the time to want to know you. And you're going to have to sit back and display that when people come across you, you're not going to be a certain way. Now, I'm going to post a picture of myself when I had braids. Now, in this picture where I have braids, everyone thought I was a thug. But when they sat back and got to know me, they found I was a real gentleman. But it's my appearance and how I carried myself. It was a contradiction of the look. And then I would let people know that you cannot judge everything on appearance. But again, this is how our society teaches us to think. Not the world, the American society. We base everything on look. Now, when I was young, I stayed away from black females because I all saw them as being, rude, loud, condescending, degrading, and it was a complete turnoff. It was a complete turnoff. But that's what the media was forcing down my throat. Once I stepped outside of my city, started to walk into a bigger city like New York City, I started to go to college, and I came across very, very intelligent females who did not act the way that the media betrayed them. And they are so far and few apart, it's kind of like finding a blue diamond or a black diamond. Very precious thing. Like Michelle Obama would be that example. A female who can have a husband, encourage her, headstrong, very supportive, and not play the stereotypical condescending black female that we see all day. They don't play like the Mimi or the I Love New York or a boss chick. Why don't black men get that time? The reason I feel black men do not sit there and take the time to get to know black women for the goddesses that they are is because, number one, most black men are raised about their fathers. So their first image of a black woman is their mother. They might love her, but they might not approve of everything that she does. So if you have something inside your house that you disapprove of, but yet you have to love, or you love, you're going to be self-conflicting. So when it comes to sitting back and finding a female, you might want to get something that's the most furthest thing away from what your goddess of a mother was. It's only natural. It's only natural. If your father was a strong man, you're going to want to be around strong men. If your father was a man who works and always made time on Sunday to be with the children, you're going to want to find a man who's going to want to be with the children and spend time and everything else. I know it's a messed up situation, but here's the but. The black man has failed. The black man has failed. That right there is the truth. He has got his education. He has got himself to be in all different kinds of areas, but he did not bring the black woman. And when I mean woman, I'm not necessarily saying a female as a sexual partner or whatever. I'm referring to is he did not go back and bring out his sister. He did not do things for his niece. He did not help out his little cousins, his aunts. The black man has to be the savior of his family. And the fact that he has not done that is the reason why we're in despair. And we are all suffering from a post-traumatic slavery disorder. It's severe. Every single one of the islands, if you look at the black people who come from African descent, we all have different complexes. If you come across Haitian people, they're very hostile. You get me? Now, if you go across Jamaican people, they can be really calm and pleasant until you piss them off. And if you look at what happened during those periods, you know, one people fought for their freedom, one people, their freedom was given to them, and one people, which is the blacks in America, we're still fighting for the same rights that should have been given to us. Now, I'm not making that a cop-out for our behavior, but it just gets to a certain point where in the human experience, you just get tired. You get tired. And there are so many beautiful black goddesses out there that's just looking for a decent man. But the image that has been painted, the Hollywood that has painted the black woman to be so vicious, it repels us. So it makes us say all. Now, I'm not saying all, but when you get force-fed this at a young age, that's what you find yourself believing, that all black women are negative, which is not the case, which is far from the case. Some of the black men who come across the negative black females, they can never heal from that complex, from that scorn, from that beating, that tongue lashing. But the black woman had to be strong, and we know this. She had to endure so much stuff, and she still does have to endure. I mean, she is the least protected woman in America. And it's hard for a man to call himself a man when he cannot protect his own. And that's a level of shame that black men carry. Now the thugs, the lowlifes, they have accepted that, so they sit back and continue to degrade their women. And that's part of their self-hatred. The educated man, he just left. And which goes back to the each man for themselves. It is a shame. It is a shame that we judge all black females, and it's not fair. It really isn't. And that right there is my answer.